Welcome back, everybody. Here's stuff we all use every day. Email, online bill paying, ATM withdrawals. Everywhere we turn today, we need a password. It must be complicated enough to stump potential hackers, but easy enough to remember. We are caught in the web this morning with Mike Allen, who has some advice on protecting your passwords. Mike, it's good to have you back.
It's good to be here.
We've talked a little bit about this before, the importance of passwords and the fact that we have so many accounts and bills to pay and things like that, and everything's done electronically these days. But having the same password, you've told us, is not a good idea.
Not a good idea at all.
Why not?
Well, because if somebody figures out one of your passwords, they have access to everything.
Well, just how easy, and it's hard for me to believe that there are actually people out there who spend their time trying to hack into your account and figure out your passwords, but people do. How easy is it for someone to figure out your password or to hack into an account of yours?
Well, it's as easy as you let it be.
Okay.
In some ways. If you have a very easy, simple password, then it's not going to be very hard for them to guess that. If they know you or just, they go through the garbage sometimes. But you can make it very difficult.
What do you consider a strong password?
A strong password would have at least 8 characters in it. And I say characters, not just letters.
Okay.
Letters, numbers, symbols, punctuation. Use everything on the keyboard.
Okay. How random does it need to be? You say don't make it something obvious, but...
Right. It should not be in the dictionary.
Okay.
Not a dictionary word in any language, because that's one of the ways that thieves use to break into accounts. They just run a dictionary at the account.
Okay.
And so not even a Spanish dictionary, don't use a word in the Spanish dictionary either. So just come up with something very random.
You have suggested to us before to come up with basically an acronym that is a sentence that's easy to remember.
Right. Yes, you can do a sentence, and you can misspell some words in the sentence, or you can take just the first letters, but go ahead and have the punctuation in there. You can use symbols in places of words, like if you have an and in the sentence, use the ampersand. If you have a number sign, use a number.
Okay.
And put some punctuation at the end. You can end it with a smiley, or the colons, parentheses.
Okay, what is a generator? Turning on a generator.
A password generator is a handy tool that, because it's hard to create really strong passwords and know if they're good, but it's a handy tool and that will create one for you.
Okay.
You can say, I need one that's 12 characters long and I want 3 symbols in it, and it will create a random password.
Well, inside of this generator, does it give you any things to help you to craft it specifically for yourself, or is it totally random?
Usually they're totally random,
Okay.
although there's different generators where you can specify some level of, to get something that might be easier to remember.
Okay.
But usually they're random. Microsoft has a free one that you can go to their website and use, and there's others. I
mean, it's great advice, but my problem when it comes to passwords and having so many different accounts is to remembering them all. So, I mean, short of really writing them down somewhere, how do we kind of keep track of it all for ourselves?
That's a very important thing, and I've seen people put sticky notes on their computer with their passwords. And no,
that's
don't do
not
that.
a good place for it, and not even in your smartphone either. I don't think.
There are software programs you can get called password safes, and you have one master password, and then once you use that password, you get in, and you can have a list of all your passwords.
So I need one password to get to all my passwords.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a free one called KeePass.
Okay.
KeePass. KeePass. And it's a free tool. You can store all your passwords on your computer that way in a secure file.
I love electronics. I love the world that we live in where things are convenient, but I'm still kind of an old-fashioned gal, and I like to have a plan B. So, is it okay to share my passwords with just one person? Is that a good plan B or no?
Well, sometimes spouses share passwords, and I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, but you probably shouldn't share beyond your spouse.
Okay. You don't need, that's not, don't use that spare key other than your spouse.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, the big thing coming out of this, I guess, is to make it as random as possible and keep it to yourself.
Yes.
All right. Mike, always good information from you. We appreciate you being here. And Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
All right. When we come back, Michelle Lowe will be joining us. You may be checking off the resolutions, but how about your relationship resolution? Single in the South is next.